A few weeks ago, I made a video going over the best ways you can improve your skill in Minecraft instantly. But I didn't go into as much detail as I believe you guys deserve, so I'm here to do a follow-up video with a specific set of skills in mind: hotkeys. If you don't know, a hotkey is whenever you press a key to perform a task much more quickly or conveniently than you normally would with a mouse. In the context of Minecraft PvP, that's going to be switching to the different item slots in your hotbar. Being able to properly utilize hotkeys is an absolutely necessary tool in the upper levels of PvP, especially if you are consistently engaging in duel modes that have blocks, fishing rods, or even more gear on top of that. So I'm going to go over the 3 best methods of learning and utilizing hotkeys in a short amount of time. That way we can get you to where you need to be as soon as possible. Oh, I should also mention, the final method is definitely the most important, so be sure to stick around until then. To begin, let's start off with the basics. Each of your hotbar slots by default can be directly switched to by pushing any number. You have 9 hotbar slots and 9 numbers. In this house we don't count 0. The easiest and most simple way of learning hotkeys without involving yourself in any new gear or tactics is to press the number buttons. Most of you guys should be able to comfortably reach the numbers 1 through 4 with your left hand, possibly even 5 if you've got big hands. This is useful knowledge, as this will cover almost half of our hotbar slots automatically with your left hand. I myself would personally recommend learning and practicing to reach the number 1 key using your left ring finger, and using either your left ring or middle finger to hit the number 2 key. For me, I use my left ring finger, as most of the time I'm holding down W with my left middle finger. The number 3 and 4 keys should be with your left pointer finger. Again, it's possible to use your middle finger for these hotkeys, but ultimately, you'll find a lot of the time to be holding down W with your middle finger to take priority. I should also add that if you're looking to hit the number 5 key, realistically the only option available to reach it will be your right pointer finger. At the end of this video, I'll go over the best ways to practice each of these hotkey methods, but until then, let's look at the second primary method of using a hotkey, that being letter keys. Most right-handed players in Minecraft will use WASD as their primary method of moving their player around a world, with the right hand on the mouse. Even though most of us really only use WASD with our left hand, you've actually been training for this much longer than you realized, and it's not even considered really until you begin to think about just how much you open your inventory. Yes, that's right. You pressing E to open your inventory is a form of hotkey. Putting yourself in this mindset will make this much easier to wrap your head around. When it comes to hotkeys, using letters on the keyboard, there are 4, sometimes 5 or 6 main options of hotkeys. That being the letters R, F, C, X, and sometimes Z or Q. The reason Z and Q are only sometimes is that Q for most people is already used as the button to drop items, and Z can be a bit difficult to reach comfortably. So let's take a look at the other 4 letters. If we've already covered 1, 2, 3, and 4 with number keys, we can now cover at least another 3 with letters. I should also mention I personally use the hotkey R to change perspectives in Minecraft, as reaching all the way to F5 on my keyboard is basically impossible to do quickly. So the 4 remaining hotkeys should be used to change your perspective more easily if you already have not done so, leaving 3 hotbar slots left. In this case, choose the 3 most comfortable out of the 4 mentioned and bind them to your slots in your hotbar. Each of these keys, R, F, C, and X, will be reached with your left pointer finger. At a bare minimum, we will have covered 7 slots of the hotbar at this point, and even changing perspective for a few of you. So let's move on to the final, and by far the most effective and important way of hotkeying. But before I get to the final method, which again, I believe to be the most important for you, I just want to take 2 seconds to ask you guys to consider subbing if you're enjoying the video. I've got tons of plans for future content, and would also love for you guys to be a part of my small channel. Anyways, the final and most important method by far is using mouse buttons. Most standard gaming mice in this day and age come with at least 2 buttons on the side for your right thumb to click while your other fingers are occupied. These 2, or even more if you have a fancy gaming mouse, will be essential to filling those final hotkey slots, making it super convenient for you to reach all 9 hotbar slots quickly. Real quick again, both buttons for the final two slots, 8 and 9, will be reached by your right thumb on the mouse. And that's really all there is to it. As for how to practice these hotkeys, I recommend that you start learning one at a time. That way you can build up your muscle memory with them and gradually, over time, implement them more and more together to be fully capable in combat and open the most opportunities for you to become as great as possible. Anyways, that's all for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.